They call me Mad Jack. And if there's anybody in these mountains that knows the real story of James Adams, that'd be me. So I'm putting it down in writing just the way it happened in hopes of setting the record straight. Now, my friend Adams was accused of a crime he didn't commit. So he escaped into the mountains, leaving behind the only life that he ever knew. Now, that wilderness out there ain't no place for a greenhorn, and his chances of surviving were mighty slim. Weren't no time at all before he was beaten down, ragged, and nearly starved. Long about then, he come upon a grizzly bear cub, all alone and helpless. Now, Adams knew that little critter couldn't survive without his help, so he started right down that cliff, risking his own life to save it. Now, that cub took to Adams right off. And that was when he discovered he had a special kind of way with animals. They just come right up to him like he was a natural part of the wilderness. But that bear cub, he was extra special. As he growed, he became the best friend Adams ever had, and together they became a legend.
Baby, there's a world where we don't have to run, and maybe there's a time we'll call our own, living free in harmony and majesty. Take me home, take me home, take me home, take me home.
The wilderness sure does have a beauty to it. Not just the kind you see, but the kind you can hear, too. If you listen, there's lots of sounds. The natural sounds our Maker intended us to hear. Like the spring wind kind of sliding across the top of the pines. And the water tumbling down to the valley. There's a sound that'll put a tired body to sleep faster than you can say goodnight. Of course, all the critters on the ground and in the air want to be heard too. Even those that don't have much of a voice. Every one of them makes a sound of one sort or another. And when you put all them sounds together, it's sort of like music. Nature's music, you might say. Played on nature's instruments. A pure delight. Except that one of them instruments tried to drive me plumb crazy.
No, mind your manners now, Ben. You've had your flapjacks.
You also had half of mine. I must be touched in the head cooking flapjacks for a grizzly bear when I should have been traveling.
We're kind of hoping you'd stay more than a couple days.
Well, I might have, except you seem to prefer the company of a gall-darn noise-making hawk instead of me. Since you won't run him off, I got no choice but to go.
He'll have a family of his own soon. Why don't you just have a little respect?
Yeah. Let him respect my ears. Go on, get out of here. Leastways till I'm gone.
You know, that river's pretty high for rafting. Be a lot safer if you forded it.
Well, the nearest ford's 10 miles upstream and a day out of my way.
Them falls are less than a mile downstream.
Yeah, well, it might be a little dangerous for a greenhorn to ford the river this time of year. But I ain't no greenhorn. Not like some folks I know. Besides, I got my prayer bag. And the Crow medicine man would give it to me guaranteed it to ward off all sorts of evil spirits and keep them away.
And everything else by the smell of it.
Well, I don't mind it a bit. It's good medicine. Come on, number 7. Well, we'll be seeing you, Adams.
Bye, Jack. You be careful now. Jack's cooking outside sure makes a mess, don't it? Them flapjacks are worth it, though, ain't they, Ben?
Now, what are you looking for? I suppose you're hungry, ain't you? Well, here, try some of these flapjacks. They're the best thing for you. Would you like a little syrup on them? Make them nice and sweet. Well, suit yourself. Slow down there. I got plenty more.
That river sounds louder than it has been. Warm breezes must be melting a lot of snow. Would you look at that? My ears didn't lie to me. Well, it is a little higher than I expected. But that couldn't be too much trouble for a couple of old mountain men like you and me, huh? Come on now, just step nice and easy. Boy, you can't tackle it. Stubborn. Come on. I swear, you're the most stubborn critter I've ever known. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a harness hitch in this here line, then you and me are gonna get aboard, and I'm gonna jerk it loose and pull us across to the other side, and we're gonna be on our way. And no argument, one way or t'other. Now, I told you the plan, so let's go. Come on. Come on, Jack. I swear you'd try the patience of a snake. Now, come on. Hey, damn it, my foot's caught. Go ahead and laugh. It ain't you out here. Spent 3 days building this raft, and now I gotta cut it apart. Wait till I get my hands on you, number 7. Thanks, David Adams! Adams!
Jack? Jack? Jack?
Hi, 7. Where's Jack? Come on, Ben. We gotta find him.
Jack!
I hope he didn't go over the falls.
Jack!
Jack, can you hear me? No. It's Jack's moccasin. What's that, Ben? Let me see it.
Oh, that's Jack's. That's his prayer sack. He'd never give it up if he's alive, Ben. Come on, Ben.
There you go, number 7. You just take it easy. Ben, I don't know what we're gonna do. We just gotta find Jack. I know he's out there somewhere. I just don't know where to look.
Number 7 couldn't have been in the river too long. These things are more damp than wet. I sure wished old Jack was coming back to get them. They'll dry out in no time. Well, it weren't your fault. He was going anyway. He just needed some excuse and you were handy. Guess that was just old Jack's way. Van, get out of that stuff. You know that ain't yours. What are you into now? Jack's diary. Overslept today. Sun almost up before me. Could be I'm getting mighty old. Full moon. Watched it come up over the top of the ridge. Ain't real sure who makes it come up over the ridge, but whoever it is, he's got a hand in everything. Reads like poetry, doesn't it, Ben? Almost forgot about the first time old Jack and me ever met. You were just a cub. Too young to remember. Had my taster all set for turkey supper, so I didn't mind having to hunt most of the day for one.
I was just laying my sights in on a big tom, and I could already taste him. Then,
Hey there!
what in tarnation?
That turkey was beautiful. You weren't going to shoot it, were you?
No, I was going to make him surrender. Of course I was going to shoot him. That turkey was my supper, you darn fool.
Well, don't worry. I'd share my jerky with you. I got plenty.
Jerky? I've got jerky. I've been eating jerky for 6 weeks. I'm sick of jerky. Get that varmint away from number 6.
Get away from him, Ben.
Well, you got greenhorn written all over you. You better get back to the city, son. You're not equipped to exist out here.
Yeah, well, don't you worry about me. I got a rifle, pack, axe. I got all I need.
Uh-huh. And for your information, the one with the long handle there with the iron on the top, that's the axe. But I doubt if you've got enough sense to use it.
Well, seeing as how you made it out here, I'm sure I ain't gonna have no trouble.
That's right.
You know, Ben, he never thought I'd make it. I bet he was sure surprised the next time we met. Well, the seasons came and went, and I laid old number 6 to rest, and got me number 7.
And I'd forgotten all about that greenhorn. One day I was tracking a wolf what had been raiding my traps. Here's another track. Unless I miss my guess, old Mr. Wolf's up there in them bushes taking himself a snooze. By jingo, I think we got him, number 7. None too soon. Storm's coming. Critters are taking shelter. Storm gets here, we'll lose him for sure then. Now you just stay put. I felt like a blamed animal myself, crawling through the weeds, sneaky like. Grizzly, make tracks, number 7. This is all I need to ruin my day. Some dumb grizzly to eat me for supper. Number 7, you dumb critter, stay back. This grizzly will make rawhide out of you. Now don't you bother this burrow, you murdering grizzly.
Ben! Now quit scaring those folks.
Stay back. That's a grizzly.
He's a friend. It's safe to come down.
I never knowed a grizzly to be friends with something it could eat. You've got to be local. Well, would you looky here? It's the greenhorn. I would have thought the vultures ate him a long time ago. Isn't that right, number 7?
Number 7. You used to call him number 6, didn't you?
Well, we're number 6. This one here's number 7. And if he keeps acting ornery, it's going to be a number 8. As a matter of fact, I thought your bear was going to take care of that for me.
Well, since I heard that shot, I figured it was going to be the other way around.
Well, I figured that you and your furry friend here have been trespassing on my territory all the time you've been here.
Well, now, you don't mind if I have a look at that deed, do you?
Well, I don't need one. I was here first. And I ain't gonna let a bunch of greenhorns crowd me out.
Well, I can understand how you feel, but there's no need for you to worry. As far as I know, you and me are the only ones out here.
That's too many. And as soon as this storm blows over, you and your furry friend there are gonna get.
Well, I reckon that's going to take quite a spell. There ain't a cloud in the sky.
You know, I'm surprised you survived out here as long as you have, not being able to read sign. When you see the critters scurrying for cover and not a cloud in the sky, that means the storm's coming from the south, on the other side of the mountains there. And when they come from over there, they wash half of everything away, and what's left, it blows away.
Well, you could be right.
Well, that's mighty nice of you.
I could shelter you in your burrow at my camp if you'd like.
Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, all right.
Come on, Ben.
You know, you just take up with anybody. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a greenhorn who acts like he knows what he's doing. And that Adams acted so dang comfortable in the mountains, it made me itchy. Of course, I knew it was only a matter of time before he did something dumb. Now, just because we're accepting your hospitality, I don't want you thinking that... Hold up a minute. Here, that dad-blamed mangy wolf robbed my traps again.
You must mean old Lobo. He's too old to hunt. He had to start robbing to stay alive. Not no more.
You killed him, huh? Good.
No, I just feed him real regular.
You feed, well, leastwise he won't be robbing my traps no more.
He didn't rob that one either. I sprung it, along with the others.
Come on, number 7, see if you can keep up with me. Do you mean to tell me that you sprang all my traps?
Ones I could find. You'll be taking them out of here anyways.
Now, why for would I be doing a thing like that?
'Cause the animals got a right to live, just like people. You ain't got no right going around killing them. And I ain't gonna let no harm come to them. You might not like it, but that's just the way it is.
You just hold real still.
Hey, now, just hold on there.
That's Lobo. He's just hungry.
Not for long, he ain't.
Come on, Lobo! I meant what I said. You're a guest, but this is my camp.
You know, you're right. Mighty fine camp it is, too. You even got yourself a nice fire pit here. Yes, sir. How's come you to line it with all them rocks?
Helps keep the heat in. Keeps it from soaking into the ground. An Indian showed me.
An Indian? You don't say. I guess that Indian showed you everything you needed to know, huh?
Most things. Some things I figured out myself. Like building that lean-to.
You built this lean-to? You figured it out all by yourself?
Yeah. Right up to building underneath that outcropping. Helps keep the wind off of us. Should come in real handy when that storm comes in.
Hey,
I guess you figured out about everything. Except how to build a lean-to.
I ain't a man of violence, mister, but you got me mighty close to it. You best pull up your traps and leave now.
You're forgetting one thing. This here is my territory. Now you're getting smart, Greenhorn. Just keep on it going.
The idea of anybody, especially a crazy greenhorn trying to run me out of my own territory, never crossed my mind. So what Adams up and did next took me by surprise.
The only thing that belongs to you is your life, like any other living thing. But you come in here thinking you can take and destroy whatever you well please. Whether it be a man's shelter or the life of an animal that never did you no harm. Well, I ain't gonna let you. These animals saved my life more than once. You're going. And you ain't never trapping here again, you hear me?
Hey! Now, them traps, they cost me $14 gold. Dang, blast it. Now, I don't want to hurt you, so I'm warning you. I once whooped me 5 lumberjacks. And I happened to have my arm broken at the time, so that should give you some idea what I could do to one greenhorn, if I was a mind to. I stepped in the chuck hole.
There ain't no chuck hole.
You wouldn't know a chuck hole if you was standing in it. Got you. No, you ain't. Yes, I am. You're just too young to know it. My pear sack. You tore off my pear sack.
That's your fault. You started this fight.
Well, you was throwing my traps in the water.
Or you ruined my shelter.
What's some little old shelter compared to my pear sack? Get off me.
Here, let me help you up.
Just put it on. That pear sack's important.
Sure got a horrible stink to it.
Wouldn't have any power if it didn't smell like that. That pear sack was given to me by a Crow medicine man personal. I saved the chief's wife and his little baby. Just having trouble birthing.
There. That ought to get it. I'm sorry. You know, that was pretty sneaky.
Not according to my rules.
What are your rules?
I ain't got no rules.
What'd you do, fall in another chuck hole?
I get my breath back, I'm going to show you how mean I really am.
And I don't care if you do whip me. You still ain't trapping here.
When I'm through with you, I'm going to reset every one of my traps. Well, would you looky there? Dumb! Dumb! You're a dumb greenhorn! That's what you are! You let me go! It's my trap!
Oh, number 7. Oh, baby. Here, I'll get this. Easy now, number 7. Easy there, boy. Just lift your leg up. That's a boy. Easy. Let me pull this thing off. There you go.
Oh, number 7.
I'll be right back.
All the places. Put down your clumsy feet. Why'd you have to put them down in one of my traps? I know I've called you worthless, but I
Didn't want you to break your leg.
There's what I need.
I know I've counted on you for a lot of things, number 7. And as ornery and as cantankerous as you are, you never let me down. Now I know you're counting on me. So I guess I can't let you down. I wish I could get the greenhorn to do this for me. But I don't want the last thing you see to be the face of a stranger. I want you to have the comfort of knowing I'm right here with you.
I've got everything, and this Euro route's gonna do the trick.
Now you just hold still. This'll be over in a minute. Wait! Hold it right there, greenhorn. I don't want nobody watching. Now we want to be by ourselves, so you just get.
Well, you can't shoot him.
All your highfalutin talk about being good to animals. Now you want to let old number 7 suffer so you can keep him alive. He's got a broken leg.
No, he ain't. It's gonna be all right.
Are you sure?
Well, if you'd have just taken a look, you'd have seen that. You'd be as good as new in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks? I can't wait around here a couple of weeks. You mean, ornery, cantankerous, clumsy old flea bag. You never did watch where you was putting your feet.
Them traps were mighty well hid. Weren't his fault.
Of course they were as well hid. What? You trying to tell me this is my fault?
Well, if them traps weren't there, this wouldn't have happened. But it did. Now, the most important thing to do is to fix this leg and stop the pain.
Weren't nobody's fault. That storm's blowing up fast. This tree looks like it makes the beginnings of a good lean-to.
Well, I gotta get to fix this leg. It's gonna stiffen and go lame.
Nobody's expecting you to build no lean-to.
You got turpentine and cider vinegar in your supplies?
Well, I got some for trading in my pack there. What do you want it for?
Well, turpentine and vinegar mixed together with an egg make a real fine liniment. Helps prevent lameness. And the roots from this Euro I picked to make a paste that'll heal this leg as good as new.
Is that right? Did your Indian friend teach you that, greenhorn?
No, sir. My pa did, when I was just a little greenhorn. Better get to fixing that shelter. We're gonna get mighty wet.
You just tend to what you're doing. Ain't nobody gonna get wet.
That storm was a-building up to a real snorter, and every critter in the woods got ready for it, including us. While I was putting up the lean-to, I watched Adams working on number 7. I don't rightly know why, but I started to trust the dumb greenhorn. It was like he really knowed what he was doing, really cared. Then the sky started dumping rain like I ain't never seen it rain in these mountains before. A regular frog-drowning log floating flood. And it sure didn't make it no easy task getting that lean-to built and the supplies all picked up. But I finally got her done, and it wasn't none too soon, neither.
You sure did do a good job of building.
How'd you know about it? Thunder started cracking like cannons, and the lightning was bright enough to blind you.
Where's Ben? Ben?
That crazy grizzly bear of his took it in his head to go sit in the rain. Now, I done some crazy things in my time, too, but at least I know when to come in out of the storm. That bear has got about as much intelligence as you have. And that's about half the sense of old number 7 here. Of course, I got to admit, that water did look a mite refreshing. For a bear, that is. That storm just kept a-coming for hours. Seemed like days. While we waited it out, the water running off the mountain was cutting its way through dirt and rocks. That's the way things get moved around in nature. Water. Even big things get moved.
That boulder hit my shelter.
I knew that'd happen. Only a greenhorn would build his shelter underneath overhanging boulders.
I'd have been in there if you hadn't wrecked it. You know, you saved my life.
Not on purpose. Come on, we gotta stop that from burning.
They don't put it out.
Well, don't just stand there. We gotta take care of this now. That fire's been smoldering there for weeks. And when everything's all dried out, flare up and burn down the whole forest.
That's good enough. I'm going to get myself back where it's dry.
Hey! Come here, little fella. You're getting soaked right through. Come on and share our shelter with us.
Now, hold on. There ain't room in here for more critters.
Too late, he's already in. He's just a helpless raccoon. Couldn't make it home before the storm. He ain't gonna do you no harm.
Right. Couldn't do me no harm. Couldn't do me no good, neither. Between them going through my supplies, sharing my food with the greenhorn and his critters, and worrying about number 7, I didn't get no rest at all. Old Noah had to put up with rain and critters for 40 days and nights. But just 4 days and nights was plenty for me.
Yeah.
When a storm finally wears itself out, the whole world takes on a new look. It gets quiet-like, and the sun just seems to jump right out at you.
Nothing like a good rain to make everything clean again, huh, Ben?
Yeah. Feeling better this morning. About time you come around, you lazy thing. That's good.
You're mighty lucky I stayed with you. You know that?
And if that frog-drowning storm hadn't to come up, I'd have just gone off and left you here.
Sure you would, Jack. Sure. Well, let's have a look at that leg there, number 7. This leg's feeling real fine. Be another week before he's fit enough to leave, though.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with your leg, so you can just leave any time.
I was kind of hoping you and me could be friends, Jack.
Well, sure we can be friends. Just as soon as you get all your stuff together and get on out of here. And I don't mean temporary, neither.
All right, I'll leave. You saved my life, and I got to respect that. But providing you won't trap here no more.
That'll be easy. I decided not to trap this valley no more before I got here. Not worth it anymore. I just come up here so's I could collect my traps and sell them.
You know something? You're just an ornery old man. But you got a heart as big as these mountains.
Ouch. That blasted coffee pot has been out to get me ever since I found it. And take this dead blasted bear with you.
He ain't nobody's bear but his own. He comes and goes as he pleases. I'll just get my things and leave. Here's somebody to keep you company, if he can stand your orneriness.
You gonna mix up another batch of that medicine for number 7 before you go?
You can do it.
What'd you put in that again?
Turpentine, cider vinegar, quail egg, and wild yarrow root for the swelling.
How much of each?
I'll mix it for you.
No. I can do it.
Half a cup of cider vinegar, same amount of turpentine. Make sure you grind that yarrow root up real good.
Where are you heading?
I don't know. 5 miles? Maybe 10 miles on.
Well, that won't be far enough.
All right, then, beyond the next range. The furthest mountain.
Even that won't be far enough.
What are you doing, taking claim to the whole United States?
I'll tell you what we better do. I better let you stay right here. That way I'll know where you are at all times and I can go around you. I won't have to be running into you by accident all the time. Hey, that's my stuff. Get out of there. What are you doing in there? Now, you stay out of my flower. Just get out of here, you dag-nab varmint. Anyways, I let him stay. Don't rightly know why, but it just kind of seemed like the right thing to do at the time. Besides, I just know I could never learn how to mix up that liniment of his. What are you trying to do, kill me?
It was supposed to fall the other way.
What are you cutting the tree down for anyway?
Well, I figured as long as you were going to let me stay, I'd build myself a cabin.
A cabin?
Yeah. Ain't going to live in a lean-to all my life. Just going to build it right up there on that hill.
Well, you couldn't build yourself a bird cage with a log that size. Give me that axe, and I'll show you where to build a cabin. I should have learned a long time ago that you never leave what you worked hard to get for some thief to find. Now, if you just find yourself some nice straight logs for the bottom set, and I get some smaller trees to stack for walls, you'll have yourself a decent cabin. What in tarnation? You see that, Adams?
Yeah, I see it.
There goes our supper. Adam's cabin started to grow, and so did number 7's appetite. He was perking up. Even old Lobo got to coming around again, looking for anything tasty. It occurred to me he was eating a lot for an old fella. At night, Adams learned me about how to make medicine from things growing all around. The Indian kind of medicine.
Here, Jack. This will cure that heartburn.
So would a decent meal, instead of all that salt meat.
Just drink it.
Oh, it's terrible. I've tasted a lot of miserable tastes in my day, but they was all honey and nectar compared to this stuff.
How did it work?
It like to kill me. My mouth feels like a piece of petrified stinkweed.
I mean, did it take away your heartburn?
It's gone. Pain's gone. The week came and went. Number 7 healed real nice. But he appeared in no hurry to leave, and I didn't either. In the short time I knowed him, I come to like that greenhorn. You know, he was easy to be with. Even though what he knew about cabin building wouldn't fit in a gnat's ear.
Hey, watch what you're doing. Yeah, I guess that's about everything.
You're more than welcome to stay, Jack. You know, my home's your home.
By the time as it took, I could have built my home.
Well, no one asked you to stay.
I had to.
Can you imagine what that cabin would have looked like if I hadn't have been here?
Well, would you looky there? Old Lobo's got a friend. No wonder he needed so much food.
Old Lobo, he ain't as old as he looks. You know, you could stay on.
No, I couldn't do that.
Been dawdling too long. Now that I'm not trapping anymore, I gotta get some trading done before summer slips away.
Well, I'll sure be looking forward to seeing you again.
Well, I doubt if I'll get this way anymore.
I'm sure obliged to you.
Hang on to your hair, son. Come on now. Well, I learned Adams how to build a proper cabin, and he learned me how to make remedies. The best thing I learned from that greenhorn was something he didn't even know he was teaching me. He was
Teaching me that all critters got to be what they be, including people. And all anybody can do is try and get along.
You know, number 7? Even though he never trapped again, I really didn't change him. But I like to think I brought out the best in him. I'm sure gonna miss that crazy old man.
I hear you, number 7. I know you're up here somewhere. Just wait till I get my hands on you. Jack! Jack! Up here! There you are. You no good, lead-footed, cantankerous. You try to cozy up to me. We thought you was dead. Dead? Well, I just took a little spill over the waterfalls is all. And that dag-nab river like they carried me to the Pacific Ocean before I could get out of it.
A little spill? Well, when Ben found your prayer sack...
My prayer sack.
Where is it? Over by the fire.
You know, if I hadn't been wearing that, I'd have been in real trouble. My diary. You, haven't been looking through my diary, have you?
Well, I thought you was dead. And I'm sorry if you're sore at me, but I ain't sorry for reading it.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Anything in here for flapjacks? Oh, there it is.
You know, I never knew you could write so pretty.
I don't believe everything you read, especially what I write.
Hush up. Jack needs his rest.
Oh, leave him be. He's just a hawk.
You know, we've been together quite a while, Jack.
So?
Well, so I just found out that I never really knew you. We've been friends for years. And I just feel like I'm getting to know you for the very first time. I'm James Adams.
Well, howdy-do. I'm Mad Jack.
Deep inside the forest is a door into another land. Here is our life and home. We are staying here forever in the beauty of this place all alone. We keep on hoping maybe there's a world where we don't have to run. Maybe there's a time we'll call our own, living free in harmony and majesty. Take